husband, Eric Richins. Eric died from a lethal dose of fentanyl back in May of 2022.
Eric Richins, a father of three, owned a successful business in Summit County, Utah, while his wife, Corey Richins, sold houses for their shared real estate business. Corey Richins lived a lavish lifestyle but wasn't business savvy. And in 2022, Corey Richins' business was drowning in millions of dollars of debt. Corey began stealing funds from Eric Richins' business account. Court documents claim that without Eric Richins' knowledge or permission, Corey used a fraudulent power of attorney to execute a $250,000 credit deed of trust on the family's home, then withdrew the entire $250,000 from this home equity line of credit. On Valentine's Day, the first attempt on Eric's life is made, orchestrated by the three women in his life: his wife, his stepmother, and the maid. His stepmother, Lisa Darden, had nothing but disdain for the man, often emailing and messaging her daughter Corey, referring to Eric Richins in a disrespectful manner. After all, Lisa Darden had successfully seduced and convinced her neighbor, whose identity is being withheld, to write her estate over to Lisa Darden shortly before her untimely demise. Although Lisa's romantic partner did use oxycodone, Summit County Sheriff Detective Jeff O'Driscoll said that based on his training and experience, he had ruled out the possibility of an accidental overdose. Lisa Darden was never charged with any crime. Back home, Eric Richins raised the alarm to his sister. He tells his sister that he believed his wife poisoned his food. He says to her, if anything happens to him, his wife did it. Eric changes his life insurance over to his sister. He doesn't trust his wife and is now concerned with her spending habits and behavior. Little did Eric know that his wife wasn't working alone. She had her mother and her maid, all conspiring to end Eric's life right under his own roof. Instructed by her mother, Corey had poisoned Eric's meal with 15 fentanyl pills, supplied to her by none other than the maid. And just as the marriage was about to descend into chaos, the couple sell a $5 million house under their shared real estate business. They are set to close the following day. Eric Richins arrives home to find his wife and stepmother in high spirits, having a drink, with the maid completing her duties. A second attempt is made on Eric Richins' life. Corey prepared Eric's favorite drink, a Moscow Mule, but this time laced with 30 fentanyl pills. Little did Eric know that this Moscow Mule would be his last, and immediately after drinking this cocktail, Eric began to feel ill. He went to lie down in an upstairs bedroom. The celebrations continued for some time before the mother left the residence. Corey retired to her son's bedroom, leaving Eric to succumb to his fatal fentanyl overdose alone. It wasn't until the following day that Corey checked in on her husband's condition and alerted the proper authorities. Corey closed the deal on a $5 million home alone and threw a party the next day. She documented her children's grief, using their feelings and emotions to publish a book called Are You With Me? Using her husband's likeness on the cover. It has since been pulled from shelves. The effects of a deadly fentanyl overdose. For one, the person's lips immediately turn blue, followed by gurgling sounds while breathing. The person would be confused, behaving strangely before becoming completely unresponsive, followed by stiffening of the body or seizure-like activity. This was just a truly horrible fate that Eric had to suffer alone while his wife and his children slept beneath him. Corey Richins, now 33, was charged Monday in Summit County, Utah, with aggravated murder, 3 counts of possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. Speaking on Are You With Me book, Corey said, it's just comforting to them to know that they're not living in this life alone. She said, Dad is still here. It's just in a different way. The family's housekeeper later admitted to twice supplying the mother of three with 15 to 30 fentanyl pills, about 1 month before Eric's death. The case has been turned over to the state prosecutor and directed all media inquiries to the Summit County Attorney's Office.
I'm anxious. I'm anxious to prove my innocence. I'm anxious to get to trial. And I'm ready to get this one heck of a fight.